Welcome to Carrington's Kids, an organization that focuses on bridging the gap with technology within schools and systems. The purpose of this presentation is to discuss the diffusion innovation theory, how I will adapt them, and why it is important to lead a system in the way that models Christ. The diffusion of innovation theory, according to Rogers, occurs in 5 stages. The first are the innovators, those willing to experience new ideas. They are usually the daring and risky part of the system's population. The second stage, early adapters, often respected by their peers, they usually put their stamp of approval by adapting the idea. The third stage is the early majority. They think through the ideas before trying them. They won't be the first to adopt the idea, but they won't be the last. They usually wait until the idea has been vetted. The fourth stage is the late majority. This is the skeptical portion of the population within the system. They adopt an idea out of peer pressure or economic necessity. The final stage are the laggers. They tend to be suspicious to change and are focused on tradition. Innovators, early adapters, the early majority. I will utilize this group to help bring the rest of the school and stakeholders on board. In Mark 16:15, then he said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creations." God wanted the people to spread the good news of Christ and what it would mean to believe and become a believer. These groups would be employed to share the good news and all the exciting aspects of the new technology. Their focus would be to make the late majority and laggers believers. This group would be responsible for getting the rest of the school excited, sharing the success of the new technology across our social media platforms with videos, testimonies, pictures, and data that documents the difference. Late majority, laggers. According to Lamonte, these people are skeptical of change and are the hardest group to bring on board. I would first reassure them with concrete evidence that the technology works, doing what it was expected to do for the students and teachers as advertised. Throughout the Bible, we find many examples of those that doubted Christ in God's word, such as Sarah, Moses, Thomas, and Paul. God chose many people that were not always enthusiastic to carry out his plans, but God, in his time, showed all of them his way. Just as Abram doubted God in Genesis 17:4, as for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations, God told him. God would later show him and would rename him Abraham, meaning the father of many. In Romans 4:17, as it is written, I have made you the father of many nations. God kept his promise and his word to Abraham. Why it is important to lead a system in a way that models Christ. Christ led with love, courage, integrity, and he acted as a servant. I believe that a system should be led with love because the love that Christ had for us covered man, even when man didn't believe in him and was doing wrong. So even when employees don't believe in what the system is doing, the love the system demonstrates for them will shine through. Also, without love, I feel one lacks compassion. A good leader should have compassion so that they are able to understand how those that work for them feel. Christ demonstrated his compassion and love for us when he gave his life for us. I believe that a system should be led with courage. Christ exhibited courage on his walk to Calvary. He never wavered in his belief or what he knew he was sent to earth to do. No matter how hard it got, he stayed the course. No matter how hard it gets as a leader, you should stay the course. I believe that a system should be led with integrity, being honest and standing on values and principles, even in the face of opposition. Those around you, within your system and outside your system, should be able to see that you embody integrity as a leader. I also believe that a system should be led with a servant mindset. Jesus was a servant to the people. Great leaders today see themselves as serving their teams, equipping, encouraging, and coaching them to realize their full potential. Leadership is about others, not you. As a great leader,